Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Journey with Vijay Kumar Shrivastav. Today I am going to present the topic farm management. Before presentation, I would like to introduce myself. I am Vijay Kumar Shrivastav. I have completed M.Sc Agriculture with specialization in Agronomy from Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar in 1996. So let's move to the presentation farm management. First we will study about farm. What is a farm? Farm is a socio-economic unit. It is composed of farm family, farm enterprises and structures which are needed for farm. Farmer is a grower cum manager. The farmer has to decide how much land, labor, capital and type of technology to use to produce in a given season. Ultimately, the farmer has to earn a profit to support his livelihood. In farm management, the farmer would efficiently use the available resources to increase profits through deciding among the best alternative available to him. What is farm management? Farm management is the collective term for various management strategies and methods that are employed to keep a farm productive and profitable. Farm management is making and implementing of the decisions involved in organizing and operating a farm. Farm management draws on agriculture economics for information on prices, markets, agriculture policy, and economic institutions such as leasing and credit. The process of this type of management is often associated with large commercial farms, although many of the same methods can be used with equal success on a small family-owned farm. Depending on the size of the operation, the management process may require the services of a single farm manager or a group of managers who oversee various aspects of the overall project. The definition of farm management has been given by different scientists in a different way. Like first, as per Bradford and Johnson, farm management is a branch of agriculture economics which deals with wealth earning and wealth spending activities of farmer in relation to the organization and operation of the individual farm unit for securing maximum possible net income. Other definition given by Jane Efferson, farm management is defined as the science that deals with organization and operation of the farm in the context of efficiency and continuous profits. Another definition by Gray, farm management is defined as the art of managing a farm successfully as measured by the test of profitableness. Now to study the basic functions of farm management. It is categorized in 5 points like diagnosis, planning, implementation, monitoring and evaluation. In case of diagnosis, there should be analysis of past performance of farm, its weakness and strength. Accordingly, we can follow the necessary action that mistakes should not be repeated, and we can follow the efficient and useful and effective methods. Second is planning. Planning for the future crops, animals, considering the opportunities and threats. So here we have to think about where is the scope and successful possibilities are there, which animals we can select, which crops we can select for the growing on a farm. Third is implementation, which reflects efficient implementation with least cost. Because of this, we can increase the efficiency, we can minimize the cost and increase the profitability. Then monitoring, reducing the losses and increasing the profits by reducing the cost and choosing better technologies based on the observed opportunities. So here we have to select the best suitable technologies and methods by which we can minimize the cost and increase the opportunities and profitabilities. And last one is evaluation, evaluating the actions for repeating the success in future. In this basis, we can make analysis, the profitability, the success and which methods and which selection of enterprises has given the profitability. Objectives of farm management. First, to equip the farmer to take advantage of improved technologies and market opportunities to increase income. Second, to assist the farmer to make proper plan and adopts his production to assure food security for the family. Third objective, to empower the farmer for professional negotiations with buyers, input dealers, and credit institutions. And fourth, to educate the farmer to make profitable decisions, considering available resources and anticipate risks including market fluctuations. So, in farm management, the farmer should take care of all these points by which we can make success and achieve the profitability and growth of the enterprise. While study of farm management, there are some important points which to be considered, like importance of farm management, what is the necessity and what are the requirement, how and why we should follow the principles of farm management. Second, basic informations which support better farm management decision. Third, market driven enterprises which are reflecting our business and our actions. Fourth, matching resources with calendar of activities. Whatever resources are available with us, how to make the schedule to use them and efficient usage of resources. Then selection of cropping pattern which depends on the farm size and demand to the market. After that, understanding of cost benefit analysis. We have to select the business plan and enterprises by which we can minimize the cost and increase the benefit. So there should be higher cost benefit ratio. After that, risk analysis in agriculture. We have to consider various points which are causing risks like climatic conditions and fluctuations in market of demand and other factors. What are the importance of farm management? Proper management of farmland is vital for an investor to capitalize on the overall appreciation of the asset. Farming today is more than just producing crops. It requires farmers and landowners to address profitability, fertility, conservation, and tax issues, to name just few. Farm management is essential for farmland owners to maximize annual return on investment and long-term capital appreciations. Any farmland should increase in value and produce annual income to landowners, but with progressive farm management, landowners can expect much higher profitability. Here we will study about role of farm management. First one, in the context of increased ascent on commercialization, there is a greater need to improve the managerial abilities of the farmers by which they can manage the farm and increase the productivity and profitability. Second, role of farm management therefore is to supply the information from the farmers for sound planning. All farm management tools are helpful to the farmers in solving their managerial problems for successful operations of the farm business. Farm management is considered to fall in the field of microeconomics. It treats every farm as a separate unit because of differences in the ability of resources, problems, and potentiality. Farm management deals with the allocation of inputs at the level of individual farms, and the objective of farm management is to maximize returns from the farm as a whole. It is interested in the profitability along with practicability. What crops, livestock enterprises, and their combination to grow, what amount of resources to be applied, how the various farm activities to be performed comes under farm management. During study of farm management, we should understand few things like, is farming a business? Farming is categorized in different types, like some farmers at the lower scale are grown for livelihood, while in case of commercial farms, larger scale, it should be as a business. And we should know our farm resources. We have to manage our farm for enough income to sustain ourselves. Income and expenditure statement should be managed, how much profitability we are getting and what is the real worth of business and profitability. And we have to manage our money throughout the year to rotate the crops and meet the all operational expenses. Now we'll study about integrated farm management. The integrated farming aim is to achieve sustainable agriculture. It is a whole farm management system which enables the farmers to identify opportunities and threats and act accordingly, and at the same time understand consumer interest in their business. Integrated farm management is linked to various aspects as organization and planning, soil management and fertility, crop protection, animal husbandry, energy efficiency, pollution control and byproduct management, wildlife and landscape management, procurement and marketing. So, by association of all these, we can go for efficient planning, its implementation to achieve the better farm management to increase the profitability of the enterprise. Here we have shown the picture which represents the cycle of integrated farm management. It related to soil management, where we have to go for soil operations like tillage, cultivations, field preparations and application of fertilizers. There will be losses of fertilizer due to volatilization and runoff and leaching losses. There will be some atmospheric nitrogen fixation in case of legume crops. After cultivation, we have to go for harvest. After harvest, there should be drying and storage operations. And whatever the crops, forage crops or fodder crops are grown, or some crop residues are there which are used for grazing purpose of animals, which produces the animal products like milks and other, and preparing the farmyard manures etc., which is applied to the field again. And here we are focusing on animal husbandry, where there will be some milch animals or some poultry or piggery farms will be there. So farm management is the combination of cultivation of edible crops, after that oil seeds, sugar crops, and then animal husbandry, farm forestry, etc. In farm management, there should be some modern practices by which we can efficiently manage the farm fields, like integrated farm management, integrated pest management, integrated nutrient management and management of soil fertility. After that, integrated weed management, where we can control the weeds in efficient way. Integrated water resources management, where we can use the efficient methods of irrigation like drip and sprinkler. Then integrated natural resource management, agriculture information system based on global information system and global positioning system. Then integrated agriculture and aquaculture technology, integrated farm forestry and integrated sustainable waste management. So by this integrated management systems, we can improve the efficiency and improve the productivity to gain the profitability. Here to study about objectives of farming as a business. This can be described as, first one, how to choose best variety, crops and cropping pattern. We can include the best variety which are having the high potential, having the market demand, it suits to our soil condition and resources availability, and cropping pattern as per the situation. Then second, how to minimize input cost by judicious use. We have to think about the resources available to us, like inputs, fertilizer, seeds, this agriculture implements, plant protection measures, labors. So we have to minimize the cost and increase the productivity and profitability. Third, how to increase the production and productivity. We have to get the best methods and best resources, and after that best input by which we can get the significant improvements. Fourth, how to enhance the quality. Quality is one of the important factor which creates the demand generation and we can sell off the produce in a good way. Fifth, how to plan market driven products. After that, choosing the better source of finance and better avenue for investment. As we are going for farming, there are needs of credits from which we can get from the financial institutes. We can invest in our farms and in better returns we can get the better benefits. And after that, efficient risk management. Whenever we are going for agriculture and farming, always the risks are associated with us, like floods, drought conditions, this insect and disease problems, etc. So we have to think about the risk analysis. Now we'll study about various factors which are influencing farm management decisions. Farm management decisions continuously undergo a change over time because of the changing environment around the farm, farmer and his family. There are factors which influence the decision about which we will study here. First one is economic factors like prices of factors and products. Second is biological characteristics of plants and animals which will reflect the production and its support prices. Then technological factors like technological advancement in the field of agriculture and suitability of different varieties and farm practices to varied agroclimatic conditions. Fourth is institutional factors like availability of infrastructural facilities which includes storage, processing, grading, transport, marketing of inputs and outputs, etc. And government policies on farm practices, input subsidies, taxes, export and import, marketing, procurement of produces, and so on the factors which also affect the decisions. And fifth is personal factors like customs, attitude, awareness, personal capabilities, and other factors which reflects the farm management decisions. In farming, farm management is playing very important role because of which we can manage the different resources, our crop calendar, this expenditure, cost benefit ratio, and other things. In absence of good farm management, the farmer may experience losses in farming because of the different reasons. Like first one, there is continuous changes in supply and price of agri inputs like seeds, fertilizers, irrigation, power, etc. Second, there is continuous change in prices of the produce outputs in the market due to demand and supply changes. And third, there is continuous change in the farm technologies. So, we have to think about the good farm management to get the maximum returns from our farming and good return on investment from the market. Now to study about prerequisites for farm management. Prerequisites refer to a thing that is required as prior condition for something else to happen or to do. For better farm management, the farmer should have thorough knowledge of the different aspects which are needed for farm management. Like first one is farm map, second is soil slope and topography, third is soil type by which we can know the physical and chemical properties, fourth is soil color such as red soil or black soil, fifth is weather parameter such as rainfall, temperature, relative humidity, details, etc. Sixth is vegetative cover such as trees and weeds about which we should know the action plan. Then seventh, irrigation potential from borewell, tube well, canals and channels. And eighth, drainage facilities, whether water gets logged or not. So these information to be available on priority basis to follow the actions onwards. Now to study the components of farm management which should be focused. First one is record maintenance. Record maintenance is needed for all the cost of production such as inputs, labor, etc. For the entire crop cycle along with yield and income obtained from selling the produce, farmer can compare with the next crop cycle to understand whether his profit increased or decreased. The records also provide information on activities which contributed for farmer profit or loss so that the farmer can take alternative decisions to enhance his net income. Second is farmer resources. To make good farm management decisions, farmers need some basic knowledge on farm resources such as the extent of land available for cultivation, source of irrigation, family labor, availability of labor, skill level of laborers, livestock, availability of fodder, availability of farm machinery, availability of inputs such as seeds and fertilizer, credit requirement and availability, sources of credit, market demand for produce, infrastructure availability such as cold storage and godowns. Third component is farm planning. Farm planning is to help the farmer to move to a higher level of production and income, starting from where he is now with the resources available to him. In this process, the farmer has to consider different types of enterprises according to resource availability. Like first one is land-based enterprises, which includes agriculture production activities, pisciculture, plantation and seed production. Second is animal component based enterprises like dairy, poultry, goatry, piggery, duckery and fisheries etc. Third is horticulture based like nursery growing and orchard cultivations. And fourth is non-land based enterprises like mushroom cultivation, apiculture and vermiculture etc. Fourth component is manpower, which reflects the efficiency of farmer and laborers. In this there are different criteria, like first one is a skill. Is the labor employed is skilled or not? It is also important because there are some crops in which skillful laborers are required. Like in case of cotton, picking is a skill. So the laborer should be having the efficiency to improve the picking. The second is knowledge. Does the farmer and laborer have a thorough knowledge of the package of practices of the crop? If they are well versed with crop cultivation, they can manage the crop in an efficient way and control the external factors. Then third is attitude. Does the farmer have a positive attitude towards the technology? If he is having the acceptance level high, then definitely he can use the technology for the improvement of his farm practices. Fifth component is livestock. If farmer is proceeding for livestock production, there are some criteria to be considered. Like first one is breed. Selection of suitable breed is important because it will reflect the production and yields from the animals. Second is production capacity. For instance, we are choosing for milk production, meat production and egg laying capacity. So our scale should be defined that how much production and what is the our capacity. Third is adaptability. Does the selected breed adapt to the local situation? We have to think about that and we have to provide the congenial environment for the suitability to the breed. Fourth is drafting capacity. Knowledge of the draft capacity of animal is necessary to maintain them. Then fifth is resistance. In the foreign breeds, resistance to local Indian conditions is prevailing. Like the Holstein Friesian is highly sensitive to high temperature. So we have to provide the situation and conditions of cooling by which they can perform well. And sixth is feeding habit. Are the upgraded breeds or imported breeds are capable of feeding on locally available feed material? If not, then we have to arrange the hay material or grasses or feeding materials as per their suitability. The sixth component is fixed cost. Certain costs in farming are called fixed cost. These are costs for equipments and tools that the farmer owns and are used for various crops over several years, such as sprayers, irrigation pumps, buildings, and instruments. The fixed costs do not vary with the size of the field. Comparing results to know whether you are doing successful farm business after all the calculations, farmer will determine the percentage to create revenue. By looking at the money, the farmers have to learn about how to make investment decisions and determine the best opportunities by using gross margin, labor productivity, and capital productivity, and rank crops based on profit or losses, and what crops and techniques are to be used. He has to choose and make a choice based on these ranking units. Then we can generate the profitability. Seventh component is risk in agriculture. The farmer doesn't like risks because they are difficult to predict. However, the farmer can determine the risks during the planning so that the impact on revenue could be minimized. Presentation was all about farm management. Hope this will be very useful to all of you. Now my presentation ends here. Thank you very much. I have given here my YouTube channel details. Journey with Vijay Kumar Shrivastav. Having request, please visit the channel, subscribe it, and provide your kind and valuable feedback for further improvements to be done in next coming presentations. Thank you.